One of the biggest complaints I hear about offense all the time is that people are throwing way too many interceptions. In this video, I'm going to break down the things that I've learned while winning tens of thousands of dollars playing video game football that have helped me to stop throwing a bunch of interceptions, which I used to do, and start being able to dot up pretty much any defense and make scoring touchdowns a whole lot easier. So if you want to stop throwing interceptions and you want to start winning more games, this video is probably for you. So let's get into it. One of the biggest reasons you throw a ton of picks is because you're not making read, or you're not very good at it, maybe. Now, what does that actually mean? The idea of making reads is identifying areas of the field you want to look at, and then when that area of the field is open, you hit it, and when that area of the field's not open, you see it, and you move on. That's a big one, okay? Because a lot of people don't do a great job of that. So, first of all, how do we look at areas of the field? What does that even mean? Well, this is all based on the play call you're choosing, okay? So, I'm in the Texas offensive playbook right here. I'm going to show you one of my favorite plays in the game. This thing's like really good. We're going to go into gun trips tight end, and we're gonna go into the play called curl flat. You see, I have 600 play calls of this, and I average 9.5 per play. That's pretty good, right? We're gonna call curl flat here. It's also a Wisconsin playbook and a few others. Now, for this play, I'm just gonna take my inside slot wide receiver and put him on a zig route. There's wire triangle, select him, put him on a zig. So it looks like this right here. This is our play that we're making reads on. Now, first thing I need to make sure I'm doing is I need to identify where are we attacking on this play. If I just snap this ball and I don't know where any of my guys are going, well, then I actually won't know where any of the reads I should be making are, right? Or you're going to be late at the very least. If you're late on a read, guess what? You're probably not going to throw a completion, right? You're probably going to throw something that's incomplete or a pick maybe because you're late on the throw. Passing requires a lot of timing. So here, let's break down this play, okay? Now, I know I'm attacking this intermediate sideline. I'm attacking the short sideline. I'm attacking the seam area with this zig route. And I'm attacking the middle of the field with this angle route from the halfback. And then the deep right sideline as well. Okay, so we identify the different areas. And this comes from muscle memory, knowing the routes, and just getting comfortable with the play. That's why I highly recommend you master a few plays, like this one, rather than having a bunch of plays, okay? Now, we want to kind of identify what order do we want to look at here. Okay, because we can't, if we snap this ball, we can't see everything all at once. You just can't, right? It's just not possible. So what order do we want to look at things? I like to work from our fastest developing things to our kind of later developing things, okay? So let's take our tight end corner route, for example. Let's just watch him on this play. 1 in Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. He's able to get thrown at around 3 Mississippi, okay? That means he should not be the first thing we look at because there's another route, let's say this flat route, where he could get thrown immediately, and if he's not thrown, we could throw our zig route incredibly fast as well, right? Watch how fast we throw the zig. We throw it right here. That's before the corner route was even eligible to get thrown. Therefore, we should be looking at our flat and our zig first, okay? So we look at this area of the field, left area not there. Oh, this area is there. Okay. My eyes went from the bottom left to the intermediate left, right? That kind of short seam, right? Now, if he's not there, well, I'm saying not there, not there. Okay, I'm going to work my eyes back into the middle of the field now. Okay, because my next read that I want to look at is this angle route from the halfback. Now, that could change based on, different things. And right there, like I had the zig. I'm just showing like working across. But that's kind of where we want to go, right? Boom. I had the flat, but I actually just ended up being greedy, and I go to the zig instead. I missed my first read right there. Boom. Oh, we have it? Cool. That's how this should look, right? You have your area. And when that area of the field is not open, you have to get your eyes off of it, okay? Now, you might find yourself being able to look at 2 areas at once. And what I mean by that is, on this left side, we can actually kind of look at this flat and this zig at the same time at those areas of the field. So right here, I can tell that this thing's open without having to actually move my eyes between the flat and the zig, all right? I can go here again. I can see that that's open, right? But we're using our peripherals when we're doing that. And then when I identify that he's not open, I'm going to pretend he's not open, right? Oh, not there. Okay, we're going to work our eyes back over to the middle. And right here, I can actually look at both the angle route and the corner route kind of at the same time with my peripherals, right? We're able to see both of them. That's a massive thing, right? When something's not there, we got to move off it. And you got to get comfortable with your reads, right? You want to ask a quarterback in real life to start running a play he's never practiced. So it takes time, and you want to get comfortable with stuff. Everyone has things that we're comfortable with. Now, one thing I'll say is that you'll develop favorite routes and routes you don't like. This curl route, it attacks that top left area. With that being said, I just don't love that. I just don't love it. And I missed the other read right there just because I was forcing the curl route. It's not my favorite. You'll find routes that you like and you don't like. One thing I might do on this play is instead of the curl route, I might put him on a deep in route. I make this read way better than I make the curl route read. I'm just better at that read. Some people are really good at the curl route. I'm not. And so we want to play to our strengths. That might be a read where I might not even look at it a lot, right? We have 4 other routes. It's hard to make a read on 5 different routes in a play. So I'm very much sacrificed. Say, hey, I'll hit all the other routes when they're open. That's one that I'm not very good at. And guess what? If I was better at it, I'd just be better at the game too. Right there, that's a good read. Just don't catch it, right? Boom. Don't love it. Yeah. Thanks. Right? But my eyes are going left side, then working back in right there. That's the big deal. Let's go to another play and kind of talk about what those reads might look like. So here we're in a play called bench return out of the gun tight open. Now right here, we have a streak, we have a corner route, we have a return route, and we have a drag, okay? If we look at order of operations for this, well, how long is the streak going to take to get open? If he gets open, it's going to be like way up here probably, right? Like most likely, unless like they super blow coverage. We're talking about like what's most likely though. Corner route's going to take about 3 Mississippis. So first thing we're going to look at here is actually this drag, right? Because he's the quickest I could develop. Then from the drag, I'm looking at the area that he's attacking. So right there, I know he's attacking across the entire bottom of the field. So I was able just to wait on him because I saw he was going to be open. Here again, I'm able to wait on him to identify that the area of the field that he's going to is open. From the drag, I kind of have the option to either work up to the corner route because my eyes are there, or work back across. I like to look up to the corner because I think it's kind of easy to make the peripheral read between that drag up and then back to the return route. But you could have a different preference, right? We'll go here again, and we'll say not there, not there, and that I have the corner route's wide open. But I would be looking drag, corner above him, then back down. Okay, so right here we're looking at 4 route, or we're looking at 3. Drag, corner, return. My halfback's blocking here, and again, that doesn't mean you just totally ignore the streak because the streak could be open. I'll say this though, you want to identify when streaks are getting open, especially late with like your peripherals, right? And which means like kind of out of the corner of your eye. You don't want to be staring this down because you're missing everything underneath it. So that's just a massive, massive deal. At least in my opinion, that's how I've always approached it. And again, like it's just what's been successful for me. And hopefully this idea is successful for you. Now, if you found value in this video so far and you want the best offensive plays in the game, run plays that'll run all over any defense, and pass plays that give you the best route combos available, that's going to make passing the ball really, really easy, you need to check out my website, Sybil.gg. You'll be joining over 2,000 active members, 98% of whom say they've won more games since joining, and you'll get access to everything you need to start winning more games. Right now, with the link in the top description, use code Sybil30 and get 30% off, again, right now, and get access to everything you need. Link to that, top of the description. Once you do that, let's get back to the video. Let's play a fun little game called Civil, my route's wide open, but when I throw it, I still throw a pick. What's going on? I don't get it. Okay, this is a very common one I get all the time, where it looks like a route is open. Let's focus on my outside right wide receiver right here. Looks like he's wide open, but dang, when I throw this ball, it is somehow played or picked or knocked out or something. Okay, right there, we actually catch it. Fuck. You probably had this happen the first time. And what I'm going to tell you is that 9 times out of 10, when you feel like that, it's actually completely your fault. Okay? This comes down to the idea called pass leading. Pass leading is essentially, imagine you're playing catch with somebody in real life, okay? If they're running when you throw it to them, where are you going to throw it? Where they currently are? Or are you going to throw it where they're going to end up? You're probably going to throw that ball where they're going to end up, right? That's called pass leading. So here, if I throw this ball where I currently am, like I did right there, you're going to get a bad catch animation, which means the defense can catch up to you. We don't like that. That's no good. That's a frowny face, okay? Instead, what we want is to throw the ball towards the open grass, ideally where our receiver is running towards. How do we do this thing called pass leading? This is simply done with the left stick while we are pressing the receiver icon, okay? So I'm going to try doing it right here, where you guys can see it. Feel free to watch this segment a few times. And, I mean, we didn't get the pass lead, but we push that left stick while we're hitting the icon. Let's do it again. Get a nasty pass right here. Boom. Boom. And we get a good pass. Now, we overthrow that one, but you see the idea of passing. Let's see if we can do this again really fast and actually get like a nice, right? We're getting a little shed, a little this, a little that. Bang. There we go. Beautiful. We're gonna catch that one in stride. The big key here is that we want to catch it where our receiver's going, and we also want to throw it towards open grass, okay? So what that can look like here is let's say something like, we'll go B right here. Where do I want to throw that ball? Where's the open grass? Is it to the left or the right? To the left. We want to throw it to the left. But then there's also the idea of, is that open grass up or down? And that can change sometimes, right? We have to literally watch the play. This is execution, right? The open grass, right there, we actually get a bad throw. Like, this is a great example of us getting a bad throw and ruining our pass lead. We passed like correctly, but look at where that ball ends up. It ends up behind us. Whereas if we had passed like this ball outside and up, we would have been fine, right? Or if we had gotten a good throw with it. So part of pass leading, this is an important thing to keep in mind, is that whether or not we get an accurate throw. We can pass lead it correctly. Right there, great pass lead, and we get a blue. But if we don't get an accurate throw, that kind of just, our pass lead doesn't matter anymore. The game kind of puts into a random, the ball's going to end up wherever. Just like if an inaccurate ball happened in real life. Right there, we get another accurate throw. We just drop the ball. It happens, okay? So how do we get an accurate throw? Well, in my settings, I'm going to go into our gameplay settings. We're going to scroll down. I like these. Passing type, placement, and accuracy. Pass lead increase, none. Reticle speed, 7. Copy these. Now, I will say, if you have the ability dot or another accuracy ability on your QB, you can go to placement right here. Right now, though, we're just going to rock placement accuracy. Okay? From here, we want to time this throwing meter to right around here where we can get a blue pass, it's called. Blue is going to be perfect. If you don't get a blue, which is a perfectly timed ball, right, and it's kind of, you kind of have to, like, feel it out a little bit. You don't want to hold it all the way, but you don't want it, like, right around there where you see that little arrow ending up, where you want it. If you hold it too long or not long enough, what's going to happen is that you get thrown into a dice roll. Sometimes you'll get accurate throws, sometimes you won't. Right here, I'm going to hold it down the entire way. We got a green, which is an accurate throw, but we got, the green means that it was a random accurate throw. Like, it came down to, like, numbers. Right here, we're going to throw it. Notice I got a red right there. I could have blued that pass, technically. Even though it was a tough pass, I could have technically blued it. Go here again. Where I'm holding it down. Notice I hold it all the way down, and I get an orange throw. Right? I could have gotten a green. Remember, a green is just the game rewarding us for having, ratings and whatnot, or, kind of a dice roll with the accuracy. Right there, we blew it, though. If we blew it, it's going to be accurate every single time. This goes into pass leading because it's literally about where the ball is going to get placed. That's a big deal, right? Right, that's very, very big. But we want to pass lead where there's open grass, right? Push that left stick towards the open grass. We'll be able to make throws, hit our open receivers, and it's a big deal, right? This goes for a lot of different routes. Let's look at a drag route right here. Or actually, we'll go back to the post. Let's go to a drag. Nice, we dropped it. Let's go here, and let's look at a drag route. And we'll go again against. Let's go cover 3 hard flat. Awesome. And now let's watch my tight end. Okay. And I don't love the. I guess I don't love the tight end like I thought I would on this. Let's go. Let's actually watch my halfback. Okay. If I pass lead this ball outside, it's gonna get closer to the defense. Right? We all saw that. If I pass lead this ball up and inside, we're able to actually potentially get some yards up. This is a big deal. Go here again. Up and inside. We're able to actually see, like, we're able to get a lot of rack right there. If I pass lead this ball outside, and the whole goal here is I'm just throwing to where there's open grass. Right? Now we actually broke a tackle, broke 2 tackles. So you kind of see the idea. Where is the open grass? That's where we want to throw it. Right here. If I pass lead that ball to the right, we're able to catch it. If I pass lead this ball to the left, I think it's going to get knocked out. Let's see. Boom. Pass lead to the left, got picked off. Same ball, different pass. That's a big deal. Why am I passing it to the right? Because to the right is where there's open grass. To the left, there's a defender. No open grass right there. Go here again. Pass it to the left, picked off. Notice the difference. Like, that's a massive deal. Sometimes we're catching it. Right to the right, we catch it for a big gain. To the left, it's an interception going the other way. That proves the point of how important pass leading is. Boom. To the left, interception. That's a big, big, big deal. Go here again. Again, I'm just using the left stick. Boom. Bang. Huge deal. Pass leading, massive. Now, we're going to talk about something that's a little controversial, okay? But this is a big deal. I'm saying this from years and years and years of playing this game at the literal highest level possible. And I say this game, Madden and college football, they both apply right here. Like this goes for both games. Okay, so we want to bullet pass everything. Almost every single throw, like 99% of throws, we want to do what's called a bullet pass. Bullet passing is just where you hold down this icon and you release it, okay? I don't care if I throw a pick right there, we're just talking about bullet pass. We hold down the icon like we've been doing, and we release it. We don't want to lob pass. A lot of people like to just press the icon, tap the icon, and lob pass it. This is wrong, okay? In real life, a little bit different. In this situation, we do not want to be lob passing. Lob passes take a lot longer to travel through the air, and as a result of that, the defense has a lot of time to react to it, okay? We lob pass that right there. Like, it's a lot of time for the DBs to get to the ball, okay? But you might be saying, Civil, the reason we like to highball, or we like to lob pass, is because sometimes there's a defender between us and the wide receiver. What do we do in that situation? Great question. I get that. That's a very fair question. We want to utilize a mechanic in this game called HighBalling, okay? HighBalling is done with the left bumper, L1 on PlayStation, and you'll do it at the same time that you would pass lead with the left stick. You can do both at the same time and combine it with the bullet pass, which is holding down the icon, okay? So we're going to hold down the icon. Remember, you don't want to hold it down all the way, but then notice where I'm catching that ball. I'm catching it up here. That's a high ball. Right here, I'm going to bullet pass this with no high ball. Notice where I catch this ball. Right? Catch it kind of right here. Right? We're catching it above our shoulder. We want to catch this above our head. Why? Because it's going to get it further above the defensive back. Right here, watch. Bang. Notice where we're catching that up here. There's a massive difference there because it's going to get the ball above the defensive back. We're trying to get it over. High ball right here. And we're able to get it above that DB, even though it ends up being inaccurate. So, we're combining three things here. A high ball, left bumper L1, left stick with the pass lead, and then we're bullet passing this. This is the best way to pass when you're trying to get it above somebody. We want to bullet pass things, and we want to high ball things, okay? That's a big, big deal, man. Big deal. Right there, another high ball. It's going to get it over top of DBs who are underneath. This is so important for so many different types of throws, whether it's in routes, I mean, you can highball something like this if you wanted to, if there was a defender right underneath. Nice. This changes everything. Lob passing is not something you want to do in video game football. It's almost never the move, right? Really, the time you'd want to lob pass is like on like a streak or something when it's way over the top or something like that. But even then, it can be tough. Right here, there's almost never a situation where a lob pass is better than a high ball. But there's so many situations where a high ball is better than a lob pass. So we should be high balling like this. It protects the ball so much. It's very hard for the defenders to pick it off in general. And I mean, it's just great. Like, seriously. It's really, 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 really good. Right there, like, you don't want a high ball. Like, that is an example of a high ball, though. And it does protect the football. But, yeah. This situation, right, we got to get above that DB. We're going to high ball it. Look at that. That's so... That protects the football so much. Whereas right here, I'm not going to high ball it. We're going to throw it around the same time. And we actually get it inaccurate. But it's just not nearly as good or as safe. High balling will prevent a lot of interceptions. Will let you throw balls sooner. Will let you hit windows you couldn't hit before. High ball, high ball, high ball. That's what all the best players will do. I'll throw one more dot for the sake of it. I bet I messed up right here. Bang. Oh, lays. Boom. Love it. This is one that doesn't get talked about a ton, but dang, does it change your world once you start doing it. We're going to talk about the idea of click on catching, okay? I want you just to watch my Y wide receiver. Now, this isn't a route combo I want you to steal. This is purely for demonstrative purposes. I'm going to throw Y right here with a good pass lead, which is going to be down, but I'm not going to click onto him right now, okay? You see he gets picked off. Just to show it with slightly different timing, I'm going to do the same thing. We're pass leading him down, and he's going to catch it and immediately kind of take a hit right there, okay? It's a scary ball. Right here, though, I'm going to do that same thing. I'm going to click onto him as we get a bad throw. I'm going to click onto him, hitting B or circle when the ball's in the air, and I'm going to go to cut this ball off, okay? This is a really big deal, and it's called click on catching. This allows you to attack the ball with your wide receiver when it's in the air to cut it off before a defender can get to it. Think about it. Defenders are able to break on the ball, but your receivers really don't do a good job of this at all. Notice again what we're able to do right there. Really important. This changes everything. It could be the difference between an incompletion and a pick, or it could be the difference between a catch and a pick. It could be the difference in so many different things. And there's a massive skill gap in this, which everyone says they love skill gap. And I'm telling you, this is one of the things that will separate you from being a decent passer into being a really, really good passer. Notice the difference right here. This time, I'm not going to click on, just to show you the difference. Right? Boom. That to me, that's not a ball that we want to throw consistently, right? Again, right here, we'll try to throw, kind of fast. Boom. We're getting hit as soon as we catch that ball. There's contact. This is the time where we click on. All we're doing is pressing B or circle when the ball's in the air, and then I like to aggressive catch when I'm trying to cut the ball off in close quarters, okay? So it's B or circle when the ball's in the air, and then I'm pushing wherever I need to push on the left stick, in this case, down into the inside, which should be the same way you're pass leading, and then I'm aggressive catching, holding wire triangle, okay? So if we watch this, I'm doing all the pass leading stuff the same, but now I'm aggressive catching as well. Click on, aggressive catch, bang. Right there, we end up getting it knocked out, but you can see, I think there's a clear difference, okay? I think there is. Boom. Do it again. There we go. It literally will allow you to cut the ball off in front of defenders, which, I mean, is one of the most important things in the world. Very, very important. Right here, let's show an example really fast of just a high ball situation. Left side, right here, want a high ball X. Why? Because the defender kind of underneath, and, maybe right there is a little extreme to high ball, but to me, like right here, you want to hit this, boom, high ball that. Right? Just gets away from number 8 in case, because you don't know if number 8 is going to suck inside or suck outside. So just a little eyeball tidbit. Right here, boom, click on add catch. It's going to change your world once you start doing this. It's just a big deal. You can do this on a lot of different routes. One of the big ones I like to do it on is like speed out route, where we're trying to get it underneath that defender. Sometimes they'll play really close on that, right? Or any kind of, close route. So we want to click on aggressive catch, or you can even click on possession catch, depending. And you're coming back to that ball just a little bit. Remember, be your circle when the ball's in the air, and then we want to select the catch type. Usually for me, it's going to be an aggressive catch, by a triangle, or it's going to be a possession catch. But I don't love click on possession catching, but you can. You definitely can. Like, you kind of see it, like, here, and it's like, it's fine. I just prefer aggressive catching situation, but you don't have to. And you can click on to a lot of different balls, by the way. You can click on to slant. Let's kind of show that right here. Like, you could, like, if that's tight coverage, you could click on and catch him, or, undercut him. So that's an option that you have. Just something to keep in mind. Okay? Let's say you wanted to do something like that. Notice how I'm able to click on and kind of swerve my guy inside a little bit, right? Boom. Yeah, I'm able to swerve him a little bit inside. Maybe I want to stay away from that guy. Maybe here, I actually want to notice the difference in the catch. That is like a very obvious, like, point-proven situation of how just where you click on and swerve your guy, how big of a difference that can make, right? Whoops, messed up right there. Notice I can swerve even totally away. Go again. Boom. That time I don't swerve anywhere. It's a massive deal. Something I want you guys, if you want to become a better passer, something you need to be doing. It's something you need to be doing. It changes everything. It really does once you start getting good at it. Good job. If you found value in this video, make sure you check out my website, civil.gg. You'll get access to full offensive and defensive schemes proven to help you win more games. I want you to win more games. I think you want to win more games. Link to that is top description. 30% off code right now as well.